There's only been one blade. There's only ever gonna be one blade.
Released in 1998 and is directed by Stephen Norrington, who's also behind such films like Death Machine, The Last Minute, and the cinematic masterpiece The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. And this film is starring the only Blade, and they ever gonna be one Blade, Wesley Snipes, Stephen Dorff, Chris Christopherson, Nabush Wright, and Donald Logue. Blade is known in the vampire community as the Daywalker, as he is the only vampire who is able to walk in pure sunlight. This is because his mother was bitten by a vampire while he was still in her womb, and they had to perform an emergency C-section to save his life. Now that he is a grown vampire and is aided by the technical wizard Whistler, he vows to hunt down all vampires and take them out one by one. But secretly in the shadows, an ambitious vampire by the name of Deacon Frost is looking to defy the Vampiric Council and awaken the Blood God. So of course there's only one Daywalker to do the thing, to stop the thing, to save the thing, and that's goddamn Mr. Blade. So a lot of people give the credit to the start of the whole superhero craze with the X-Men film from 2000, which, if you made that claim, yeah, you wouldn't be wrong. X-Men has a much bigger name than a character like Blade does, and that was the first time a major studio got behind a group of superheroes to produce them to the mass world on the big screen, and it actually looked really good and really cool. But 2 years before that, we really got the first serious comic book Marvel adaptation of a Marvel character with this film, and you know, I forget how fucking great this movie is. I remember years ago I reviewed Blade 2, and in that film I said, oh, easily Blade 2 is the best of the Blade trilogy. And while I still think it is my favorite of the Blade trilogy, this film is such a close second. Like, this film is so great from beginning to end. This is back when Wesley Snipes actually cared about the character of Blade. He wasn't throwing a temper tantrum like he was on the set of Blade Trinity. I mean, it was cool seeing him back as Blade in Deadpool and Wolverine last year, but this was back in prime Wesley Snipes, 90s Wesley Snipes. He is cut, he is jacked, and he just owns this character. He comes on screen, he oozes charisma. You look at him on that screen, you go, yeah, you are motherfucking Blade. No one else could top you. If Mahershala Ali ever got the chance to be Blade, maybe he would give you a hard run for your money, but in the end, it would probably still always be Wesley Snipes. And as part of the reason why I am reviewing this here in the month of October, this is my final review before I take my little break for the month of November. Got a couple of members-only videos coming out then, so make sure you sign up for that and become a channel member. But I wanted to review Blade because the final tentative release date that we ever got for the remake of Blade starring Mahershala Ali was set for November 7th. Of this year, 2025. It had previous release dates of November 3rd, 2023, Valentine's Day 2025. Earlier this year was another release date. I just think it's sad and how hilarious it is that Mahershala Ali was cast as Blade back in 2019. He was announced to the world at Comic-Con. He is our new Blade. And we still haven't had a single performance of that actor as this character. We did get Blade and Marvel Zombies last month, which was actually freaking awesome, but it wasn't Mahershala Ali, and because it's just voice, I don't count it. Wesley Snipes is still correct when he said there's only been one Blade, and only ever gonna be one Blade. But I also forget how great Stephen Dorff is as Deacon Frost. What a formidable villain. And what a great villain at that. Here's this vampire who is ambitious and loves who he is, embraces who he is, but yet he's still fighting politics and all of these upper class vampires with their noses up in the air, purebloods, who basically dismiss him just because he's not a pure blood. But Deacon Frost is like, no, fuck you guys. I'm still going to rule this joint. I'm going to take over the goddamn world. I don't give a shit if you like me or not because I'm a half-breed. And I love that he's able to basically kick everyone's ass in this film up until when he meets Blade. And Chris Christopherson, who plays Whistler in this film, he's tremendous. I feel like his story was a beautiful story and he had a beautiful end in this film. Of course, it's completely retconned in Blade 2. They just magically said, no, even though we made you believe that he was shot, you know, he killed himself and he died. No, we're just going to ignore that. If we just keep this film how it is, and there's just one singular story, I feel like this is a nice, fitting, and beautiful end to this father figure that Blade desperately needed. He needed some type of parental figure in his life, showing him the way and giving him guidance. Because clearly, if he would have stuck with his mom, he would have been a little shit and a little terror back then. Now, this was 1998, so this was overuse of CGI in superhero films. Blade 2 definitely starts using CGI visual effects way more. In here, in this film, yes, we do get some CGI. It's very dated CGI, but for the majority of the fight scenes that we get, it's all practical. It's all Wesley Snipes and his stunt double taking out all of these people with karate moves. I just wish he would have used his sword more. In the final battle scene, he only picks up his sword when he's fighting Deacon Frost as the Blood God, but all the other guys he's doing with his hand-to-hand combat skills, which is still really cool. I mean, he's totally badass still. But this character, his name is Blade. He's known for his blade. I just wish he would have used his blade more. You know, but if you are a superhero film fan like myself, and if you haven't checked this film out in a while, please do, because I forget, and I think I'm always forgetting how great this movie is. It is a lot of fun. It's ahead of its time. Like, we got Blade, and then X-Men in 2000 came out, and I feel like that one was a little regression from the quality and the greatness that we got in this Blade film. It just set the tone for the world, saying, hey, this is a comic book character based in comics, and yet it looks great and it's taken seriously on screen. So maybe there's something to this whole superhero genre, I don't know. I'm gonna give Blade 4 out of 5 Blu-rays.
I like it a lot.
So guys, if you've seen Blade, what did you think about it? Or if you've never seen it before and you stumbled across because of this video, then comment below and let me know what you thought about it. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell so you know the next time I'm releasing my next movie review. So guys, I will see you next time on the channel, but in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.